Hello, my friend. This is Victor Pacini, and welcome to the Be Seen and Heard journey.
Videos and audios that will empower you.
Hey, it's Victor. Welcome to the Be Seen and Heard journey. Thank you so much for being with me today. Today's video, blog, and podcast is about how mistakes can build us, how mistakes can actually make us stronger if we make that decision to do so. See, I think the biggest force in our lives is the power to choose. And I learned that from Tony Robbins, and it makes perfect sense. I was running this morning and listening to him on one of his podcasts, and he said this: it's not the events that define us, it's what we do with those events. And you could put anything there. You could say it's not the adversity that defines you, it's what you do with that adversity. It's not the mistakes that you make, it's what you do with those mistakes. Now, I raise my hand. I have a tendency to beat myself up when I'm making a bad choice, maybe as a parent or as a friend, and a lot of times I have to reflect. And when I reflect, I usually, at the end of it, have the ability to say I'm sorry. And I think that's really, really important. But I always find, as I get older, I always ask the question, what can I learn from this? I want to give you an example of when I was a student back in, I think, 8th grade, maybe 7th grade. I used to walk around the playground thinking I was a little bit better than everyone else. And I was a good kid, but I think I was modeling my father's behavior at home, which is not an excuse, but I was a kid, and that's what I was taught, that it's okay to pick on other people. And so I remember going to school one day, and I picked a fight with a kid. And we went outside, and I remember we were ready to fight, and all our friends circled us. And I didn't know how to fight, and I went to put up my hands, and before I could do that, he punched me right in the face, and I was down and I was crying. Now, what's that? It's humiliation, it's embarrassment, and that's what I looked at it as at first. And I remember my friends laughing at me, and everyone was kind of like, we're done with Victor. He's not stronger than anybody else. And so that was a defining moment for me, because here's the deal. I remember going on later in life in my schooling, and that same boy started picking on other kids, and he continued to pick on me a little bit. But I realized at that moment that he hit me and I fell to the ground. As much as I was embarrassed, I thought to myself, I don't want to continue doing this. I don't want to continue picking on kids so I feel better about myself. And then I took that focus and I brought it inward. And I started to put all my attention on my schoolwork and being a good person. And that made me really who I am today. So I always call that the punch that saved my life. I'm a firm believer. And what's interesting is he went on to high school and he wasn't the most productive student. So I look at it as if I would have won that fight, I potentially could have gone on and became a full-out bully and had a different way of looking at life. So I'm not saying that we all have to get punched in our faces to realize that, but we've all been knocked down. We've all made mistakes in our lives. It's taking that mistake and turning it on itself and saying, you know what, I am not perfect and I can live with that. So what am I going to do from this moment on? I'm going to take charge of my life, and I'm going to take every mistake or every obstacle, and I am going to own it, and I'm going to learn from it, and I'm going to grow from there. And I think that's so important, and that is the secret to happiness and success. Again, I want to say thank you so much. Please share these videos and blogs and podcasts with your friends and family. And remember, every child, no matter how old they are, they deserve to be seen and heard. See you next time.
Hey, my friend, I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Be Seen and Heard journey. If you'd like to follow me, please go to youtube.com/Victor Pacini or Instagram.com/Childhood Victories, or head over to Facebook.com/Childhood Victories, or visit my website, VictorPacini.com. Please share this with your friends and family, and until next time, be seen and heard.